section 2.2, exercise 5 and 6, we just talked about that if two lines have the same slope, then they are parallel. Of course, that's if they're not vertical. If they're both vertical lines, then by definition they're parallel because it's like having two cliffs next to each other. So we just want to see if lines are parallel, then we know their slopes are the same. Exercise 5 says, is line AB parallel to line CD? We can write it as this notation. AB with the two arrowheads above it means that it's a line. CD with two arrowheads, another line. When we have two slashes like that, that means parallel. Usually they're kind of slanted. In this case, they're just kind of up and down like that, but that means AB parallel to CD. Is that true? So I take my 2 points A and B, I've done it in red, and we're going to do our y2 minus y1. So I take my second point, 7, 3, I put 7 over 3. I take my first point, 1, 1, and I put 1 over 1. 7 minus 3 is 6, 3 minus 1 is 2, it reduces to 3 over 1. I take my other point, C and D, line CD. If I take my 9 and my 5 first, my 0 over 2 second, 9 minus 0 is 9, 5 minus 2, 3, reduces to 3 over 1. They each have a slope of 3, or 3 over 1, either way. So because they are the same, then that means that they are parallel. So I will write that in here. Parallel. That's our answer. Exercise 6. In this one, they just use the notation. Line AB, line CD, parallel. So I take my A and my B. Be careful now because of the negatives. In fact, this is why I choose to write things with two different colors. If you happen to have a pencil and a pen, then I would highly encourage you to do that. So when I do this, I like to write my fraction line. I like to put my subtraction in first. Then I take my two numbers, my negative 8 over 6. I take my 4 over negative 2. So notice I have my black subtraction, I have my negative 8, and then a positive 4, and then here I have my negative 2. So notice I have a subtract negative 2. As you recall, that's like a big plus sign, gives me an 8. A negative minus 4 gives me negative 12. I can cut that in half to get 6 fourths, cut it in half again to get negative 3 halves. If you want to, and you're able to, hopefully you can, reduce it all the way down there by dividing the top and the bottom by 4. But the important thing is that you can reduce it to negative 3 halves. The other one, negative 7 over 9, 5 over 3. Notice that I have the black subtraction that is not part of either one of the numbers. A negative minus 5 is negative 12. 9 minus 3, in this case, is 6. Mr. Brewer messed up. So, negative 12 divided by 6 is negative 6 over 3, which is negative 2 over 1. Regardless, negative 2 over 1 is not the same thing as negative 3 over 2. So because these are different, then that means that they are not parallel. So that's what I will write for my answer.